I hate that I can't necessarily play music because Instagram will block your lives. That sucks. Hey, my soul's purpose. How are you? Where have you been? How are you feeling today? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Well, I'll be doing two things. Don't mind my little tiny mic, it's just freaking adorable. Anyway, I am doing good. I'm doing really good.
Put your pinky down.
My pinky is down, thank you. So, I wanted to introduce my new grimoire. Okay, awesome. I wanted to introduce my new grimoire. You guys have seen my old grimoire, which is this one. And it has the as above, so below. And y'all know, of course, I was hella drawn to this because this is my next tattoo. And I love this particular symbol as well as, again, as above, so below. So I will be introducing my new baby that I got today. And it was so interesting because I literally was just saying, I need a bigger grimoire. I want something bigger to write in, bigger to put my stuff in. So, of course, I got some transferring to do. So, I'm definitely going to be a little reclusive while I transfer things from one place to another. You want an anchor? Oh, yeah. And there's so many different ways to do anchors as well. So, I love that. But as you can already see, this grimoire is way bigger. It is massive, okay? And I seen it and I just gasped, like I fell in love with this grimoire. So, hey bestie, I am opening my new grimoire. So, of course, you know me to have this one. Right. Oh, and then the shop owner gave me this ring. It's the, the evil eye. Well, protection, of course, against the evil eye. My little pinky ring. Love it. But anyway, back to the new grimoire. So, I feel like I am just like unveiling something. Thank you. My whole household hates my tiny mic, and I think it is freaking adorable. But this is my new grimoire. It is infused with Idolite. That actually is sodalite as well. So it has Idolite and sodalite in there, as well as lapis lazuli. So I adore this. If you do not know what these things do, look them up. Idolite, sodalite, and lapis lazuli. Very powerful stones. And to have a book, a grimoire, a grimoire that is infused with them. Oh my gosh. This is so rare. It's just, and then of course you see the latches. It's just, the pages, y'all, the pages. Look at the pages. Oh. I got a warm little tingly feeling just touching on it because of course, these are handmade. They are made from like sheepskin and stuff like that. Like this is actual virgin parchment paper. So this is what was used in the olden times. Like, this was what our ancestors was able to get their hands on, write down their spells, write down, their manifestations and the things that they needed to yield to happen. So this was completely handcrafted. It was hand woven. You see the design on the back as well. And then this book is really big too, as you see the binding on the side. And then, of course, how they have the woving around each stone. So when I tell you I gasp when I seen this, I was like, she had more, but this one here, I was like, nah, I want Big Daddy. You can keep them other ones. I want Big Daddy. The details are out of this world, right? Sorry, I gotta throw this stuff. Shut up. The details are absolutely amazing. Of course, just with the bordering around the book and everything. Now, I'm not tossing shade on my smaller grimoire at all, because I still love it, again, because it has my symbol on it. I really love this particular symbol, and I love the meaning of as above, so below. So, of course, this is the smaller one, and it has those beautiful details. It has that binding. And then it has this here. So, now I'm not going to tell you that it wasn't a little costly, but worth it, is what I'll say. Costly, but worth it. Yeah, you can absolutely, but it is just, it's amazing. And again, the feeling of it is just fucking amazing. Like, I really don't necessarily know how to completely explain that. But this, of course, as you see how much it has in there, how much parchment paper it actually has, I will have this for a very, very long time. And a grimoire, yes, it is like a journal. However, it is more like a manifestation or a spell journal. This is something that I am also able to pass down to my children. Different things that I have done, different spells that I've personally written, will actually go into this book. I had started one, but it was like in a drawing book. But this here is a little better, because I'm actually able to put my certain sigils, put my certain pinnacles, and actually burn candles over it, and it not light on fire, and it not ignite. So it sticks better, it holds better. It's just amazing. So in here, well, I can't necessarily show you, because people that have joined certain rituals are in this particular book. I don't know if I can show you this one particular part. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I can like cover the names, but like how I can drip wax and the paper not become horrible, just this is the back of that page that has wax on it, so it's better than regular paper. It's better than just bleh, little paper that you could buy at the store. This parchment paper, again, is made from like sheepskin. The book itself is also made from sheepskin. Now, I can't tell you if it's a virgin sheet, but they consider it virgin parchment paper. Is what they consider it. Have you ever seen one that was passed down? Yes, I have. I have seen one that was passed down. Absolutely phenomenal and beautiful. And that's another reason why I wanted one so big. Not to be vain or weird, but I don't know if you've ever seen what's that show that they used to have on TV with Prue and Phoebe and Charmed. Yeah, the show Charmed. Basically what they had in their attic was a grimoire. That was something that was written generation after generation after generation after generation that they were able to pass down. Yeah, you can DM me. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. But I have seen one that was passed down, absolutely. Yep, it is Charm. Thank you, Be Humble. So that is one that was from generation to generation to generation. But personally seeing one up close, yes. That is another reason as to why I was like, I want a big grimoire, because there's so much in this life. There's so much to try to do. And a lot of times stuff does fall out of this one. Like, never mind. Never mind. Hey, Joe. So it's bigger, basically, and it gives me room for much more. Okay, it gives me room for much more, much more. So it's just like being unstoppable, and I love that. And of course, y'all know I got my wand. Stop playing. Ugh. Y'all know I got my wand. Stop playing. This, look. Listen here. Talk about unstoppable. Okay. But at any rate, while we are on the particular subject of spells and manifestations and stuff like that, absolutely. Yes, this is a real actual wand, and it has malachite as well as labradorite. And this was handmade. To my knowledge, the person that did make them, I bought this in New Orleans. And to my knowledge, the one that makes these only makes one of each kind. This wand is called the Alchemist. Okay. So I absolutely adore this. Labradorite, if anybody knows me and Labradorite got a love thing going on. Okay. It's just, we do. I love this particular stone. I think, oh no, it is now my second biggest stone. My rose quartz is now my largest stone. My rose quartz is my largest stone. So now it is my second. So now I have to find a big ass labradorite. But yeah, so labradorite and malachite. Again, this is considered an alchemist wand. And I know I did post about it in my story, and I will reshare the information on this particular wand for the individual that made it. And again, this came from New Orleans. Hey, how are you, darling? How you been? Are you okay? I know we were talking about everything else. Let me know your status, ma'am. Thank you. But again, I bought this from New Orleans. So you can imagine, okay? Somebody hand makes this. New Orleans. We all know New Orleans, right? But anyway, so I did want to go ahead and actually come live about a post that I made this morning. Had a few things to do, but I still had some time to sit on what I needed to speak on. Okay, awesome. Good deal. I love to hear that. I think you can make that into a folder holder. You have to cut a piece of paper out and then make a little folder tape or glue it onto the page. Yes, and that's actually what I'm going to do with the smaller one. So now, since I do have this smaller one, I can actually use it as a folder. So certain things won't fall out. So I love that. So that definitely was my idea. That is going to go on my page number 4 in this book. So I'm literally going to be transferring things from here. At first I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to kind of rip the page out and tape it in there. But then something was just like, no, you're going to rewrite it. Absolutely. I'm going to rewrite it. I am going to rewrite it. But the only thing I will have to do with that particular portion, though, is I do need to make a pocket. So that is how I'll be making my pockets going forward. If I do need a pocket in certain pages, that is how it's going to be made. It's going to be made from, of course, the same paper, just from my smaller book. So anytime I do you all's rituals and spells and certain things like that, and your jars is now all written on this paper. So that's why some of y'all be kicking my ass, because when you need cleansing, it's gonna cleanse whatever it's supposed to cleanse. It ain't my fault. You got to talk to your spirit team about that. But anyway, I did want to go ahead and just kind of go into the post that I made earlier. and just kind of highlight and speak on that just a little bit more, because like I said, it was too much to type. So one thing that I tell people, whenever you are working with divination, whenever you are working with spells, whenever you are working with spirits, you have to remember spirits don't have a concept of time. You own their time. But then again, time is a man-made construct. Let's be clear and let's be honest. Okay? Spirits don't operate in that manner. They operate in what's called vibration. They operate in energy and vibration. They don't operate on time necessarily. Okay? So I've even had people say, oh, well, once we do this, when is this going to happen? Or once we do this, when should I see results? That is up to your spirit team. Okay? And that's just very clear. That is up to your spirit team. One thing I always tell people as well, cleansing and road opening should always be your first go-to. I don't give a shit if you're trying to manifest a fart. Cleansing and road opening should be your go-tos. Why? Because a lot of times you have blockages. Not just physical blockages or boulders or shit in the road. You have spiritual blockages as well. You know what I'm saying? And with spiritual blockages, a lot of times it don't even come from you. It can come from a long generation of your family. It can come from people that you're around. It can come from people that don't even like you. People can think shit into existence on you. You can think shit into existence on you. Other people can say things about you. But what people continue to fail to realize is that words are power. Okay? So when you say something and you continue to say something, you continue to speak something specific or on a specific subject, you got to understand that you putting a spell on yourself, or people may be putting a spell on you unintentionally. Even if it's somebody that does not practice, they can still speak a spell on you. Even if it is somebody who does not practice, they can still think a spell on you, and it will block you, and you have no idea. I have a question. So let's say I want to manifest something or meditate. Should I cleanse myself first? Yes. You cleanse yourself during meditation. You cleanse yourself, or just before you meditate. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I don't know how loud that was when I scraped the mic, but you cleanse yourself before meditation, and definitely before you're trying to manifest anything. So whenever I come live, a lot of times y'all see smoke around me. Y'all see smoke around me, or you guys will see something, because I'm cleansing my area prior to sharing my energy with you. Because I am coming into what's considered a public space, even though it's social media and we're not necessarily in each other's face, my energy is still going to transfer. So I want to make sure that I'm good. I want to make sure that I'm cleansed before I approach y'all. Anytime I do any type of rituals, anytime I do any of that shit, I have to make sure that I cleanse. And depending on how heavy the ritual is, it's more than me just making sure that I'm cleansed with Palo Santo or sage or sweetgrass or something like that. It is like, okay, I either need to take a spiritual bath, or I have to go ahead. You can take spiritual showers as well. Or for me, I don't like being around a whole lot of people all the time. So I'll take a shower regardless to just make sure any other energy is off of me. So anytime that I do any type of spell work, spiritual work, divination, anything, I make sure that I am cleansed. Because I can't give you funky ass energy or do anything in funky ass energy. But just as the same that I can't do shit in funky ass energy, y'all can't do shit in funky ass energy either. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you a hypothetical situation. You know what? I ain't even gonna give you a hypothetical situation. I'm gonna give you a real situation. I'm just not gonna say no names. Had a client that came to me and wanted even work for yourself. You still need to make sure that you're cleansed, because a lot of times you could be wearing somebody else's energy and not know it. So you always want to cleanse yourself no matter what. You want to cleanse yourself no matter what type of work you're doing. I don't care if you are doing, just a self-love ritual, or anything like that. You want to make sure that you are cleansed, period, no matter what type of work you're doing, in the event that you are wearing somebody else's energy. And that energy can be from a family member, from a friend. Somebody can give you a phone call, and I'm going to get back to my story, but somebody can call you, emotionally dump on you about their day or anything that has happened. Have you ever found yourself getting upset with them, talking, you know what I'm saying, with them, going back and forth with the things that they're talking about? So now your energy is all fucked up because their energy was fucked up, and they came and they emotionally dumped on you and didn't ask you if it was okay, if you had the capacity to actually take that type of shit and release it. Energy transference is real. That's another reason you can't let everybody touch you. Can't let everybody touch you. Believe it or not, parasites do jump. I don't give a shit what anybody say. Parasites jump. When you are around someone who possibly has a parasite, and they may not even fucking know they have it, it jumps from person to person. Because once it's just like, okay, this host, all right, I'm done feeding off them. They ain't got shit else for me. Ha, new person. Have you ever been around a friend or went to somebody's house and you were feeling good? You had high energy. You was feeling okay, but they was feeling fucked up. And then all of a sudden, either when you left their house or a few days later after leaving their house, you now feel fucked up. You now feel just sluggish or drained or depressed or just emotional. You got to watch out for that stuff. Just because you do not see it does not mean that it is not there. Because let's be clear, you don't see air, but you breathe that shit every day, don't you? That's why I always tell people, and I also tell my children, don't let everybody touch you. You can't let everybody in your hair either. Like, I had to get my daughter's hair done recently. I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched until I finally found somebody. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what's popping. I cased the energy as I went into the shop. One thing that gave me comfort was there was a holistic or a natural herb shop that was next door that always cleanses, and their vents are connected. And even walking into the shop, I'm like, okay, bet y'all clean. It's okay. All right, cool. Y'all got a little oil, you know, little incense burners and stuff in here. You got your little oil going. All right, good. And especially you know the energy of a place too, with the type of oil that they burn. They, you know, had a little peppermint, little lavender. So I'm like, okay, all right, bet we can do this. Cool. And then the gentleman that did my daughter's hair was really sweet. And he was able to kind of just do her hair, and he was communicating and all kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. She said she had a good experience. So I was like, all right, bet. And that's only because our original hairdresser is out of town. I don't like when people touch me. I don't say anything, but I am such an empath and I feel it all. Exactly. And again, some people don't know what they're carrying. Some people have no idea. And then it's just like, if you don't know how to protect yourself, if you don't understand how to cleanse yourself, that's a hard part. And it's so funny because every time I leave my house, I normally have some type of protection, some type of stone or something that aids in protection. Today I didn't. I was like, well, I just kind of want to wear, my little get up because it was cute. It's like, my little necklace, my little earrings. I was like, well, let me wear this because it's cute. Of course, I have my watch on. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to put on some of my bracelets. But I didn't get a chance to because honestly, it slipped my mind. I forgot about it. Now, of course, normally I always have different stones and stuff in my purse. Look, I be finding shit. I be having all kind of stuff in my purse. But I ended up switching purses to the purse that my best friend got me. It paused. I don't know why, y'all. Sorry. I ended up switching purses to the one that my best friend got me. And again, hey Natty, I am out in this world with no protection. And keep in mind, this is a rookie move of me, as you know what I'm saying, of me. So luckily, we went to really one place before I ended up getting protection. Here go Instagram again with this bullshit. Sorry, y'all. It keeps pausing. But I notice when it pauses. So, The place that I got the grimoire from, as a gift, she gave me this evil eye ring. Now, mind you, this is the only place that I've actually went without protection. Because we went to eat, but I still had my purse with me. So my purse still has my other stones in there, right? But we had other places to go. And again, she showed it to me. I'm like, oh, that's cute. She was like, oh, this is my gift to you. She said, I just love you. She said, you always come in and this, that, and the other. And I do, and I go in and I do spend, quite a bit of money with her. Because I love her shop. I love her items and things like that. And I just, she is another Black business, and I love supporting her, and her energy is always so amazing. Like, she's a really sweet person. And literally she said, this is my gift to you. And it was so funny because I was literally just talking to one of my mentees about protection, and she gave me this ring. I've been wearing it all day. I've been wearing it since she gave it to me. So that's my little piece of making sure that you are protected, making sure that you have the means and the understandings to actually cleanse yourself, to clean your space. And a lot of people always think, oh, you have to sage, or oh, you have to use this, or oh, you have to use that. Honey, I got antibacterial wipes in the car. I will antibacterial the fuck out of something and myself with no hesitation. With no hesitation. And I love this, and it was a gift, and it is just so beautiful. But I listen to me, honey. I will better pick up my box right here. Here go another box. Boom. I got several boxes. Stop playing. Get into it. Antibacterial, like a mofo. I always. So keep in mind, keeping yourself cleansed. Yeah, you can do all everything. You can have the sage, you can have the palosan, you can have all that stuff. But listen, I'm multiple things. Y'all don't be laughing at me. I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't like germs. So what can you do, right? I promise you, I'm really not. But what can you do, for real? When you out and about, you gotta use what you got, okay? So I got in the car. I keep them in the car. I got them in the house, everywhere. I keep them. Yeah, you have to, especially with what's going on in the world now. You have to keep something. I got sanitizer in the glove box. I got sanitizer in my purse. I got antibacterial wipes. I take my own wipies when I have to potty. If I have to potty in public, which I hate, I have my antibacterial wipes because I will wipe some shit down. I will hold my pee and do the pee dance until I wipe some shit down. I don't care. And I have my own wipies because I don't like public tissue. Let's be clear. Don't like it. Can't do it. Matter of fact, here go my other purse right here. Y'all be laughing at me. Y'all be thinking I'm joking. Get into it. I ain't playing. I don't want nothing touching my cool cat that ain't supposed to be touching my cool cat, because I don't know who put that tissue together. I don't know who put it in there. Somebody could have been having a bad day, or little person that likes to use different things with needles, maybe trying to clean them needles off up in the tissue thing. No, not me. Somebody could have been pissed the fuck off putting that tissue in that bathroom. So now you don't wipe your cootie and you got a demon down there. No, I'm not doing that. No, I just take my own shit. I don't want nobody else's funny ass energy on me. I'm good. So cleansing, again, is very important. It is heavily important is to stay cleansed, even if you're doing work for yourself, because you don't want fucked up energy trying to do anything. Why? Because number one, is going to either A, slow down your manifestation, B, backfire. Let's not talk about backfiring, but it will backfire. Or C, ain't shit gonna happen at all, because you're not vibrating in the same in the certain element that you need to be vibrating in. You can't come to me with a shitty attitude and be like, all right, let's go. I need a spell. What you need to do is go fix your attitude and go somewhere else. That's the same thing that your spirit team is going to look at you and say, like, what? No, you don't come over here with that type of energy. No, you back up, rewind, redo. You need to come over here gracious, humble, thankful, all that stuff. You can't come over here with no stank ass attitude and just think that I'm just going to give you what you want. That's not how that goes. And you know what? Some places did stop using the toilet covers, which is so stupid to me. So it's just like, now you want me to get COVID in my coochie. Like, that's not okay. Like, what the hell? So get y'all some antibacterial. This box was $2.99 maybe. I think this box may have been $2.99, y'all. $2.99. Get you some antibacterial wipes. Keep them with you wherever you go. Hey, Scorpio Beauty. Just keep it with you wherever you go. Those equate ones, those ones right there, I like those because they're not they don't have like all those fibers on them. So I do like those. So I get those in like a 5-pack from Walmart, and I want to say I probably pay like $4 for a pack of 5 or something like that. I don't even know how much I pay. I just be like, let me get 2-3 of those, and I keep them just stocked, and when I notice I'm running low, I got to get some more. Yes, listen, the way things is going right now, you gonna get COVID in your eyeball, in your ear, in your cootie cat, in your booty hole. I ain't got time for none of it. So they can keep all that little shit they got going on. I'm gonna just do my own thing. But again, that still goes back to cleansing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the subject at hand. Cleansing and energy. You know, spirits do not move in time. They move in vibration, and they move in energy. That is how spirits move. So when people are looking at a time for manifestation, that is not what happens. I tell people all the time, any of the people that mentor under me, any of the people that I teach, I let them know, you have to understand that time is a man-made construct. When you are talking about any type of manifestations, and when you are talking about getting the things that you are asking for from spirit, it depends on your vibration. It depends on your energy. And it also depends on the shit that you do on the back end. So that is what leads me to a story. Had a client wanted to do a cord cutting with the gentleman she had been seeing, and they both agreed that it just didn't work out and they just needed to leave each other alone. So she's just like, I know that there's just so much because we keep running back and forth to one another. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I'm like, okay, so you're done, he's done, XYZ. And of course, you know, you do divination on the subject. You talk to your spirit guide, you pull cards, you just be like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, not a problem. We can go ahead and get that started. I let her know, okay, this is going to be done this day, this time. What I need you to do, don't contact, chill out, take a nice shower or take a bath, whatever it is that you prefer, whatever your preference is. Take a shower, take a bath. Do not contact. And let's go ahead and get started. Keep your vibrations high, keep your energy high, and don't do nothing crazy. Well, girl, what's crazy? Just don't do nothing crazy. Okay, boom. So now we come for ritual day. All right, bam. Ritual is done. A week later, oh, I haven't heard from him, blah, 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 XYZ. Okay, amazing, awesome. That's what you wanted, right? Bet. Everything's awesome, golden. A week later, I ran into his brother and we got to talking and blah, 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 and da, 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 and he called him and I talked to him, and now we back sleeping with each other. Now I'm pregnant. What was the purpose? And yes, y'all did see me do a mic drop. What was the purpose? If you wanted to be rid and be away from this person, I gave you specific instructions. And then you don't follow the instructions. But it's not funny. So I don't want to say here's the funny part. Here is the irony of this. Now he wants nothing to do with her or the child. What can I do? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. because you did not follow instructions the first time. Well, can we book? No. You can never book another ritual with me ever again because you are not going to listen. One thing I tell people, all money ain't good money. So I will 100% refuse a client. I don't give a shit because money don't make me. So I will 100% refuse a client. I have money. Okay. I'm glad you have money. Put that money down or save that money for the baby that you have coming that will now be fatherless because you didn't listen. And he made it clear. She showed me the messages. He was very clear. The things that he said to her, oh, there ain't no coming back from. There's no coming back from the things that he said. So that's a prime example of listening to your practitioner. So let's go ahead and jump into divination. You know what? Let's do a man's story. I've had a gentleman come to me for a reading. What should I do? I necessarily can't tell you what you should do, but I can tell you what the energy is. This is the energy. Leave this particular situation alone. Don't engage with this individual. Something is going to happen. Something that you are not going to like is going to happen. It is your best bet to stay away. Okay? Stay away. He was like, all right, cool. But then he was like, well, I kind of trust that person and this, that, and the other, and they wouldn't do this and they wouldn't do that. And I understand that. You came to me for a question. I provided you with an answer. Something is going to happen. There is going to be betrayal, and I need you to stay away. Says okay. Cool. Now, I knew him and his sister because they both came to me for readings. He said he would stay away. I said, all right, bet. I said, just keep your distance for a little bit. I get what you're saying, but keep your distance. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep my distance. I want to say 3 days later, but it could have been 4, depending upon the day or the hour. Sister reaches out to me. My brother's in jail. Why's your brother in jail? I just had a reading with him a few days ago. Because he was in the car with so-and-so and they got pulled over with drugs in the trunk. Apparently my brother didn't know, but the other person said they didn't know and made my brother take the fall. What? So how he make him take the fall? What do you mean? They both were in the vehicle, so they both should be responsible. Yeah, but come to find out, every time they were going to my brother's house, they were planting shit over there. So when the police went and had a search warrant for my brother's house, they found the money, they found the drugs, and found nothing at the other person's house. But this was his ace boon coon. This was the person he had been rocking with. And now this person done set you up. Now, the other person, they walking around free. But you still in jail because you have no proof that this person planted this shit on you. It is your word against his. But it's undeniable and inevitable proof in your house. So every time they was coming over there, they was leaving their shit. Because they was going to set you up from the beginning. But that was your ace. That was your boon coon. And I told him, I said, just stay away. He told me he would stay away. But didn't. So these are the things that happen when people don't listen. And that's why I was like, I got to close myself up. I can't be as open as I was. I have to protect me. I have to close myself up. Sometimes the messages that I have to give people are not the best. Sometimes it is something that is hella harsh. but I try to say it in a manner in which they will understand it, but just let them know your spirit team ain't playing with you. It's like they not playing with you. So you need to do XYZ. You've been told to do XYZ. And it is the same thing when people do rituals, even with the group rituals. And I tell everybody, and I've always said this, take your showers, take your baths, high vibration, high vibrational energy. If you know, especially the day that I'm going to be doing the ritual on, if you are not feeling your best, if you don't feel good, if you feel depressed, if you feel like shit, if you've been crying all day, and it's not like something that's healing or anything like that, you need to reach out to me and say, hey, I've been having a really hard day today. Because what I will do is reschedule that ritual portion just for you. If I am not feeling my best, I'm not going to do no rituals. If I'm not in an energy where I know I can provide the energy and I can be cool and be okay, I'm not going to do it. Anybody that knows, I just had to reschedule a ritual. But I rescheduled it and that shit was fucking popping. And that was only because, I was in pain. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all no story. I was in pain. Me being in pain was just, how you get aggy and irritated when you're in pain. So I'm like, okay, my mood ain't good. So I'm not about to do shit today. And I let everybody know. I want to say it was 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes before the ritual was supposed to start. Like, listen, I'm going to move this because I'm not feeling it today. Hi. See, I would ask you about someone, but I don't want the answer to that. I mean, when you think about it, if it's something that you should know, it's something that you should know. It doesn't matter whether you want the answer or not. There's a lot of shit that we don't want the answer to, but you should rather know than to not know. And even Nettie said, I swear, when readers tell you to stay away, we really mean it. Exactly. Because I can tell you, like, I allow Nettie to read me. Like, I trust her. I can go to Nettie and be like, hey, what we got going on? What's popping? And I know she ain't going to give me no fuck shit. Sometimes she be trying to be nice with it, but she be like, look, listen, this is what this is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the type of person to give it to me straight. Give it to me straight. No chaser. I don't need all that extra shit. I'm a big girl. Just tell me what it is. Even if I don't like it, or even if it's something that I don't necessarily want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Melanin Deep the same way. Melanin Deep did a reader for, I almost hung up on that girl. What you not gonna do is read me for filth, ma'am, telling me I've been hard-headed. When I tell Melanin Deep, I did. I told Melanin Deep, I was like, I'm gonna block you. What you're not gonna do, ma'am, is read me for motherfucking filth, telling me I'm being hard-headed and I'm being so guarded. Don't be telling me I know already. But it was my gentle reminder from my team to say, hey, loosen up a little bit. You starting to clam up. You starting to go back into that shell again. She had to remind me of that. Even if it was something I didn't want to hear, it was accurate. It was truth. So I had to take it for what it was. I mean, she knew I was playing though, but it was just like, see, now, bitch, I'm gonna block you. So that was my reminder. And understand, it was not a gentle reminder either, because if I'm not mistaken, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Melanin Deep, it was like cards that she had never even pulled out of her deck. And she was like, okay, this is the message that I'm getting from this. This is the message that I'm getting from this. And I'm like, oh, here y'all go. Let me live. Let me be mean for a little bit. But again, that's not how that works, especially when you look for divination. Now, one thing I can say, I always will grant or deny access to my energy. If I don't know you well, or if I feel away, I will deny you access to my energy. And it's been people that have not been able to read me because I've denied your access. If I don't want you to read me, you can't. And generally, a lot of empaths are like that. A lot of people that do divination themselves are like that. If I don't want you to read my energy, then you're not going to be able to. Because number one, I need to either seek you out, or B, you need to ask for my permission. Don't just sit and, oh, she's on live, let me pull a card. That ain't how that works. Because everybody does not have the best intention, even when it comes to reading you. Just because they do divination, just because they are a seer, does not mean that they have the best intention. Just because they are gifted does not mean that they use their gifts in the proper way. And it is weird as fuck. So I always tell people, be careful. Be careful of number one, what you ask for. Be careful of number two, what you accept. Because you have to. In the world that we live in, you have to. You don't have a choice. But at the same token, you still cannot come to somebody with low vibrational energy and expect for them to work a miracle. You making me work too hard. And then you don't want to do the work behind it. Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, that's real aggy. You asking for something, but you don't want to put in the work behind it. Granted, yes, I understand. Okay, you are paying somebody to do something for you, but you still got to hold up your end of the bargain. You still got to take your cleansing baths. You still got to operate in a high vibration. You still got to stay away from fuck shit. I'm confused. Like, how do you have the ability to do that, but not use it in the wrong way? It has to do with your integrity. Oh, using it in the wrong way. Yeah. Well, keep in mind, there's light and dark, yin and yang, push and pull. There's a balance to everything. There is no light without darkness. There is no darkness without light. Some people just choose to be on fuck shit. Exactly. Hell yeah. And it'll be some people like, I tried to book a reading with you and I just couldn't book. Oh. My bookings are open, sis. Or bro. If you couldn't book it, that's something on you. Can I pay you through? Nope. I do not accept any payment for readings through Cash App, through Venmo, through PayPal. It has to go through the website. If anybody even attempted to say, hey, your website's not working, I Cash Apped you, thank you for the donation. I do not accept readings through, unless I specifically say Cash App me. If it is a personal like if I'm not doing just like live readings, if it is a personal reading, it has to be booked through the website. There is a method to the madness because it gives me a schedule. It allows me to set up my video conferencing. It allows me to do different things and it keeps me organized. What I'm not going to let somebody do is take me out of my organization. That is entirely too much chaos and it drives me fucking nuts. Well, here's the thing. It's not necessarily that you're not supposed to. It's an ethics and a moral thing. And that's where it goes to. It's literally, it's ethics and it's morals. Because you don't want somebody to do it to you, so why would you do it to somebody else? But again, a lot of people don't operate in that. A lot of people are just like, I got this, I'm going to do this, so boom. And that is why I always say protection is very, like, your key. They are supposed to heal and not ruin people, but you do have some people that solely malevolent work is just their thing. That's just their shit. That's just what they choose to subscribe to, is malevolent things. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that, I only do light work. No, that's not true. It's been times where I've had to fuck some shit up too. And it is what it is. But everything, in my opinion, there needs to be justification. And that's just for me. Somebody else can just go on a whim. I'm not going to just go on a whim. I need to understand. I need to know why. There has to be a reason. There has to be something. But there is always a balance of light and dark. And this is going to sound very funny, but those of you that do this work will understand when I say it. When you focus entirely too much on what is considered light work, which I consider something completely different, but I'm just to make it palatable. When you solely focus on what's considered light work, sometimes it can slow down. It can slow down because there's not a balance. You're not balancing the scales the way you're supposed to, especially depending upon what you subscribe to. So there always has to be some type of balance to bring that back into alignment. You have to balance. There is no, oh, well, I only want to just manifest money and make people love everybody and, just daisies and roses and rainbows. No, sometimes you gotta fuck shit up. Sometimes you gotta banish some mofos to the nether realms, honey. And it is what it is. I just did a banishment ritual on the 14th. Let's just say, there are individuals that were trusted revealed that they couldn't be trusted. It was revealed basically that they couldn't be trusted. So, blocked. My block finger was so heavy on Sunday. My best friend laughed at me. I don't think she's still on here. I think she's at work. But I told her, I said, shit. I said, my block button been activated like a motherfucker today. Shit. Blockity, block. I want to say it had to be, and don't quote me on this because again, it was literally block. It had to be at least 12 to 13. And it was because the shit that was being done in the back end was just being revealed. And the crazy part about it is even waking up from a dream. Listen. Y'all gonna laugh, and I don't even give a shit because I laughed at myself. I woke up, and y'all know, of course, I was basically done, with the company I was working with anyway. But I just hadn't put in my resignation. I was on leave. And I haven't worked technically since I've been back from New Orleans. Okay? Got back from New Orleans July 15th. Ain't worked since then, okay? After I also did that banishment ritual, I dreamed about my resignation letter, bro. I woke up the next morning. That was the first thing that popped in my mind was my resignation letter. I went over to my ancestors, said, listen, I get it. Okay. I understand. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Wrote that resignation letter as I was at my altar. Sent that bitch and turned my phone off. Glad I turned my phone off because I ended up eventually having to turn it back on. Text message, email, call. Oh, can we talk to you? No, my decision is final and my decision is made. So I'm not going to allow you to continue to call me because you are a blockage in my life. You, meaning the company that I was dealing with, you are a blockage in my life and I got to let you go. Like I felt like I was in a toxic relationship with the company that I was working for. And I was there for so long. I loved what I did. I loved it. But when they started to change certain things that did not align with me, that did not align with my integrity, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I dealt with it, and I struggled. And I'm telling you, everybody in my household will tell you, I struggled with it for a year and a half. For a year and a half, I just was like, this don't feel right. This ain't right. I don't feel right. I couldn't do it anymore. It got to the point where I was getting physically sick. I would get physically sick attempting to work. I would be fine all day, not have an issue. Soon as I logged onto my computer, dizziness, dizzy spells, headaches, instant irritation. On my off days, I was good. Skipping around here like a frog. But when it came time for me to have to turn that good old computer back on, dizzy spells. My son over here laughing. You so annoying, bro. Dizzy spells, headaches, and all of that. Yeah, Azalea Banks is very interesting. I don't necessarily care to speak on other workers. What she subscribes to is what she subscribes to. And that ain't my business. So I leave it at that. Just being honest. It ain't my business, so I leave it at that. So, yeah, SZA, Solange, and Beyonce, they would be prime examples of a balance. They would be prime examples of a balance if you wanted to look at it in that way. Be humble. Mm-hmm. But it's just another thing too. Is like you have to understand. Yeah, and they're not public with it. Let's be clear. There are some things that are not supposed to be shared with the public. There are things that you should not do in the public eye. The one thing I do know that I didn't necessarily witness because it wasn't something that I wanted to see, but I knew about it and kind of kept it pushing. I had to unfollow her after this. Is when she was on live doing a ritual and she took a chicken in her closet and killed it. I had to unfollow her after that. Granted, if that is what you do for your deities, XYZ, that's your business. But to do that on live, it made me feel away. You know? Because I'm just like, you have millions of people watching you murder an animal. Why? Again, understand that is a practice in hoodoo, voodoo, santeria. It is. They do sacrifice animals. Let's be clear, they do. There is a way that you don't necessarily have to sacrifice the animal. There are different ways to please certain, you know what I'm saying, deities. And I mean, that's old school. You know what I'm saying? That is one of them. Let's be clear. That definitely is one of them. But the way the world is going now, the way the energy has shifted, the way the earth has shifted, there are different ways to provide your deities with offerings without actually having to sacrifice an animal. But again, some people still do. But at the same token, to do it in front of millions of people is where I was like, I wish you nothing but the best, sis. Unfollow. Right. Especially if you're talking about old school spirits. Old school spirits do not care for technology at all. At all. That's one reason why you guys never see a photo of my altar. And you never will. That is their sacred and private space. That is a respect factor for them. And if I do take a photo of something, like if like my ancestor candle or something like that, and I'm there, I will ask for permission. And the funny part about it is there was a time I didn't ask for permission, but this again was a while ago and I was still, new in the journey, and I'm like, ooh, look at me manifesting. You know what I'm saying? Just very young in that aspect of it. And my phone started to glitch out. My camera started to just how it, like if you, in the olden days, if you left a TV on too long, it'll just go to that static part. Like my camera started to do that, and it started to go black, and then it would do that and go black, and then my phone got extremely hot. I was like, okay, that's a sign. Let me get the fuck from over here. Let me not. Sure enough, once I walked away, my phone was fine. They will give you, they will shut you down, honey. But trust and believe that. Literally, I've had shit knock over in my altar area. Wasn't nobody over there. Wasn't nobody touching shit. My children know not to go over there, and they're old enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have babies. All of them are old enough to understand and to know this is just, you know what I'm saying? You don't play over here or anything like that. Even a dog knows. The dog, he'll go over there and he'll drink their water, but for some reason they let him. And, he's very drawn, so I don't say too much. And then like my uncle is on my altar, and my uncle loved dogs. And any of you that know me know that I am a devotee of Papa Legba, who also did love dogs. So my dog would drink Papa Legba's water, and it was just like, what the I was getting mad, like, what the hell, Kiba? But then I had to sit and think about it. Like, as I was sitting and redoing, I just kept getting the message. It's okay. It's all right. I let him come here. And so I was like, oh shit. Like, you do like dogs. And I'm like, okay, he looks like the dog that I grew up with. We named him Chili. The dog that I grew up with, he was a red-nosed pit bull, just like Kiba. And when I tell you, they literally look the same. The only difference between Chili and Kiba is Kiba's nose is in the shape of a heart. And Chili's, it was straight. But Kiba's nose is in the shape of a heart. So that's the only difference. Like when I say paw pattern, the pattern on the chest, the white on the chest, the floppy ears. Like I used to put scrunchies and shit on the dog. I don't do that to Kiba though. I was a kid. Go on now. I used to put like little scrunchies on the dog to make him seem like he had ponytails and stuff like that. But I had to learn that dogs' ears was hella sensitive, and blocking their hearing was like not the best thing to do. So I don't do that to Kiba. But it was one of the skulls that I got, my voodoo skull that I got. when Kiba first seen that skull, he was like, I'm out of here. He was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Do you hear? When I tell you, he was backing up like, I know hell fucking no, I don't want no parts of it. He was done. But after cleansing it and stuff like that, he came around to it. And the other one that I have, which is an ancient Kemet skull, it has different drawings and carvings of Kemet, if anybody knows about that. He likes that. That one he took to immediately. But the voodoo skull, he was like... But it does have a lot of different deity drawings on there. It has Dembala Wido, it has Ogu, it has Maman Brigitte, it has Israeli Frida. So it has a lot of different ones on there. And there's a lot of mixed energy. Let's be honest. It really is mixed energy. So he didn't know how to take it. He's good with it now, but when I first got it, he didn't know how to take it. He was like, that shit. Everybody in the house was like, that looks like a real human skull. They was like, Mom, are you, they was like, are you sure that's not real? I was like, shit, I don't know. It had the carvings on it like the way it was. It does look like a real human head. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It does look like a real human skull, but I can't confirm or deny whether it is or not. Nor was I about to go get it tested to see if it was real or not. I needed it for a purpose and I got it. So I left it at that. Keeble was about to hit the road. Keeble was about to go back to the adoption shelter, honey. Like, I don't know what this is, man, but I got to go. He was too done. But again, he loves it now. It's so funny because somebody said that because I had one of my skulls, I was holding it, and he came over and he started kissing the skull, and somebody was like, "Oh, he reminds me of Dante off of the movie Coco." I'm like, my dog is a whole brown, but okay, go off. Whatever it is that you feel. My soul's purpose is actually on my website. If you scroll under my like if you go to the website and you scroll under my photo, it says book now. It gives you an option that gives you mentorship. So I do it by the hour, which is kind of like weekly. You know, you would just kind of pay each week. But if you do like book more sessions, like if you do monthly, 2 months, 6 months, a year, it drops down in price, basically. Yeah, he was like, listen, I thought y'all was a sweet little family. You over here done brought this little voodoo up and I'm out of here. But nah, he's good with it now. He actually will come over, like when I'm doing certain rituals for certain deities. He'll actually come over and he'll sit with me. He'll just kind of sit and things like that. Now, what he doesn't like, he doesn't care too much for the sound bowls, and it's because their ears are so sensitive. So I have to be mindful. I can't do the sound bowls often because it does hurt his ears, and I do have to still be mindful that he is a living soul in this house. So I don't do the sound bowls often. Yeah, the movie Coco is just adorable. It really is. I'll probably watch that tonight. Look at everything with the stuff that they put on their ofrenda. I do like that movie a lot. And my daughter laughs at me because I literally I watch Disney movies. Like, listen, I don't care, y'all. I watch fucking Disney movies, okay? Princess and the Frog, I watch at least once a week. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I recently found out that me doing that, because to me it's comforting, and a lot of times, like if I had a hard time, like a hard day at work, or if I know that I just didn't want to go in and it was just about to be some bullshit, I would watch that movie because it was linked to anxiety, and I didn't know that, y'all. Like, it's literally like when you have to do certain things that is comforting to you to calm you down or to kind of keep you balanced or to keep you in it's linked to anxiety, and I didn't know that. But I mean, it made sense because, yeah, that job definitely did give me fucking anxiety so bad. Yeah, it is. And it's adorable. It is hella adorable. I know I watched Moana the other day and Avatar because I got Disney Plus. So Moana and Avatar and Wall-E. And it's funny because I watch certain things that have a more to life meaning. And each time I watch it, there's a new message. Each time I watch it, I notice something different that I didn't notice before. And it's like my brain dissects different messages within the movies. Girl, my oldest is damn near 17 and I still watch these movies. So, but it's something different that I notice. And even I cannot even tell you how many times I have seen Princess and the Frog. I can't tell you. Because, you know, I watch it so much. I can't tell you how many times I've watched Wall-E. I even got the little collector's classic, like little DVD thing of Wall-E's. I can't tell you how many times I've watched Wall-E. I can't tell you how many times I've watched Avatar. I know I've probably seen Moana like 4 or 5 times. And you're right. You'll never know that. You never know when a movie reference will pop up. And of course, what's funny, Nettie, is I have the Nightmare Before Christmas. The tarot deck, and that deck is like really awesome. Like, I thought it was going to be very, very childish, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was just going to be like real movie like, but that deck is the shit. I know that the villain's deck that you sent me, They pushed it back, so it's not going to be available until November 9th now. It's not going to be available until November 9th. The Disney one. Oh, you talking about the sorry, somebody text me. You talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas? Are those what you're talking about? I guarantee you it's these that I just grabbed. Yep. I didn't even have to look back. They're really cute. I know I think I had opened them up when I got them and showed them to y'all. Let me see. Like, they're just so adorable. Like, these cards are cute as hell, but they will also read you for fucking filth, honey. These are no joke. But see, these, I don't necessarily know if you can consider these dark themed cards, but they kind of, they have everything because they also have like the major arcana. They have all of those. And of course the little depictions, the pictures are just awesome. You see that Jack and the little doggy guy. Some of these are upside down, so I'm trying to see. They're just adorable. The graphics on them was really nice. But these are some really good cards. I do like these. I mean, I'm still definitely getting used to their energy. But like when I was in New Orleans, I read with these and my As Above, So Below cards, and they were amazing. Amazing. And like the back of them is really nice. So yeah. So I had to change a few of my cards actually. So I changed those around today. And I'm excited. I have to send those back to the lady so that they can go ahead and be added. So, I mean, mine are very simple. I'm not gonna lie to you. They are, I don't necessarily want to say elementary because I'm not about to dumb myself in that manner, but they are very simple. They're very simple. They're easy to view, easy to read, easy on the eyeballs. I give you a little color and be like, boom, this is what it is. You know, it's not a big elaborate, you know, thing like this or my Lemuria cards. I think the most artistic cards I do have are my Lemuria cards. Like, they have the most artistic everything. These are my most artistic cards. Absolutely gorgeous. And I know Nettie loves these. Absolutely, just, these are beautiful cards. Like, it's just, they're undeniably beautiful. The illustration on them were just so amazing. Look at that. Just freaking gorgeous. I really love these. See, I was just, and I think this is the one that's actually on the front deck. So these are just very, very beautiful. And this art style is absolutely amazing. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely gorgeous, darling. But just in all and everything though, y'all, when it comes to different rituals, when it comes to divination, like even if you're gonna get a reading, and I know this sounds so crazy because sometimes we do shit on a whim. Let's be honest here. But even if you're gonna get a reading, you still want to make sure that you cleanse your energy, man. Even if you're not in a position to take a shower and you just need to pray over yourself, do that. For a first deck, I would probably say the Beyond Lemuria cards would be really, really good for a first deck. You know what, Nettie, she can give you a recommendation because that woman got like 50 decks, okay? She could probably give you a better recommendation than I can. And you know, it's so funny, it actually does have the Starseed Elemental in this deck. Starseed Elemental is actually one of the cards in the Lemuria cards. Yeah, Nettie got like 50 decks, bruh. Like, I think I got like 10. Nettie got like 50. Okay? She got a library of tarot cards. Okay? Now, one deck that I've bought by accident that I just don't resonate with is this one. I don't resonate. Nettie, I'm probably going to put this in your order and just send these to you and see if you resonate with them. They don't resonate with me at all. They're not bad. I just don't connect with them. So I've never used them. So Nettie, I'll probably send these to you because I know you just had an order. So, but you know, the rest of your stuff is coming before your cards, though. I have to wait for her to give me the final drawing of it. I don't know, like, I mean, they're neat, but they just don't resonate with me, and they're so little. See, they still have, you know, like cute little stuff on them. They're really cute, but they just Yeah, see, you said you was just looking at them. Did you buy them? I'm like, shit. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow or another, they came home with me. And I was just like, I didn't mean to get those. I don't even know how much they were. But I mean, like I said, they're cute. They just, I don't know. They just don't resonate with me. And then like this little book thing. And that's another reason too. Like these little things, like these books. I hate these fucking books. That's why when I did mine, I created to where you don't need a book. Leave my puppy alone, please, before he bites you. He already bit me. Good. Bite her again, Keela. Get her. He loves me too much. She's too nice for that. With Psychic Oracle deck is a good deck, yeah. Like I said, Nettie, she'll tell you. You want to talk about a deck diva? It's her. Nettie, that's your new name. Deck Diva. 9 out of 10, I'm not reading no book. And that's true too, because you'd be like, let me just go on and fill these cards, right? But it's just like, but some of them though, some of them I have come across have been very, very, very confusing. And that's another reason why I was like, okay, doing this, no book, very simple, very easy. Literally, if you never picked up a tarot deck in your life, you will be able to pick up my tarot deck and be able to do what you got to do on the spot. You can receive them, open them, and do a reading right then and there. Right. And honestly, and that was the vision behind my cards. That was the vision behind the deck that I created, was if somebody has never done this, if this is somebody very new to the journey, if this is somebody who understands and know anything about the Loa, You know what I'm saying? What can they do? How can they do? And it just makes it that much easier for them. Because I can tell you, initially I was obsessive with the book, and then as I started to trust myself and become more comfortable and just be like, okay, I already know what that means. Oh, okay, cool. But then also, it's one, like, the card can mean one thing in a book. Let's be clear. Card can mean one thing in a book, but in divination, it can mean something completely different. So you can't always go with the book, because the message that is for that particular person is not necessarily the message that's in that book. So things are subject to change based on the energy. I am hoping next month, I want to do a Halloween launch. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to do a Halloween launch. Wait, Halloween. Shit. Next month is September. I want to do it for September. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Why am I thinking it's September already? I'm just ready because it's pumpkin spice season. That's why. But anyway, basically next month is when mine should be ready. I'm just waiting for the lady to get back. I have to send over the other ones that I added, and the ones I corrected. She emailed me a few days ago, so I just have to go ahead and send those things over there. Oh gosh, she said it's Virgo season. But listen, honey, listen. It is pumpkin spice season, baby. People could feel or say what they want to about pumpkin spice, but that shit is bomb. You hear me? And I am a pumpkin spice nut. Pumpkin spice cheesecake. I got pumpkin spice Keurig coffee over there. I have pumpkin spice flip pretzels. I had pumpkin spice oatmeal last year. They ain't brought that out yet, but yeah, they do got pumpkin spice at donut. I just had some pumpkin spice donut holes. Yep. And then see, what I do too is I like the Irish cream. I'm not one that kind of likes like a lot of sugar and stuff like that when it comes to like my drinks and coffees and stuff. So I will make my pumpkin spice like latte or whatever and put a little Irish cream in there. Listen to me. Oh yes, ma'am. Pumpkin cheesecake? Let's not play. One year I was playing around and I was like, I want some cheesecake, but I also want some pumpkin pie. So what I did was blend the pumpkin puree with cheesecake. And you know, got to them old school seasonings, that nutmeg, the cinnamon, the sugar, all of that stuff, and blended it together in a graham cracker crust. Renee, you want some pumpkin cheesecake? Yeah, see, bet. See, my daughter wants some pumpkin cheesecake, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make that.
The boys are the only one blaming you for liking pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is bussin', whatever.
But here's the thing, though. If I make that pumpkin spice cheesecake, my boys will deteriorate that shit. I made 4 pies one year. They ate 3 and 1 went to work. So, understand, pumpkin spice is the shizzle. I don't know, like, in Halloween, I'm not weird, y'all, but I promise I'm really not. But, like, Halloween is my favorite holiday. And I think it's because I get to scare the shit out of my kids with no remorse.
I mean, you do that every day, Mom.
I don't scare you every day. What you not gonna do is cap. What you gonna do is cap while I'm on live in front of these people and tell them I scare you every day.
You do. You're intimidating.
What? I don't even do anything to you. You be in your room. I be in my room. I be on live. I be doing stuff. I don't bother you. But you know, I sneak up on you and tickle you a little bit. I don't think that's scaring you.
You leave me alone.
Well, I would just have the Lord take me down if I have that. Just have the Lord have me. I'm telling you. And then I'm thinking about actually making like the little mini ones too, like the mini pumpkin cheesecake little pies. Ooh. See, now I'm in creative mode. Damn it. Damn, y'all. What y'all? Dang. I got other stuff that's being created too. So stay tuned. And that's just for the business portion of it. That's for the holistic side of it. So stay tuned for that. Some things are going to be needed. One thing I'm going to tell y'all is shit is shifting and shit is coming. I encourage you to stock up on your water, stock up on your canned goods, change some of your eating habits, leave the dog alone.
He mad because I'm putting about this. Like, you want to fight with me?
How is she she's fighting with a 2-year-old dog.
I'm just trying to give you a hug.
She's 14. He's 2.
Technically, in dog years, he's like 12.
Technically, he would be 14.
So we the same age. He could fight with me. Let's go.
Anyway, y'all, get your health up. I've made it a habit of walking every day. I didn't go walking today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I didn't. And yesterday I was very busy because I had to get all their stuff together for school and do this one had a hair appointment and we had this and that and this and that. But of course there's no excuse. I'm still getting my walking in though. Let's be clear. My watch be telling me I'll be closing my rings every day. So I'm gonna say like that's the best thing that I can do is just encourage y'all to do so. There's a few new things that are coming out. There's something that I wasn't going to venture into, but I'm going to venture into it. And we'll just go from there. Why did he do that? Because he's spoiled. This damn dog is spoiled as shit. And he and my daughter and my other son, they go back and forth. They all bother each other. And he talks. He makes these weird little noises like when he wants you to stop or, do something. He makes these weird little noises. So that's why he sounds like that. I'm telling you, this was a human in his past life. Like I used to, when he would be sitting down in like the corridor or something, I would always say, hey, black man. And he would turn and look. He would turn and look. The way he sits down, he sits like a fucking human. There's no way he was not a human in his past life. Yes, survival does have a survival. Good grief. Costco does have survival kits that you can purchase. Absolutely. But one thing you have to think about is how large your family is, and how many kits you would need. So what I tend to do, even though, yes, they do have the survival kits, I do tend to just buy water in bulk. Another thing too, if you haven't done it, it kind of is what it is. Like if you buy gallon jugs and your gallon jugs are done, don't throw them away. We refill them and put them away. Yeah. Refill them and put them away. And canned goods, just stock up on them, man. Just canned goods and matches. They are skyrocketing the prices of generators, but I definitely do plan on getting one next month because why not? Shit, I got snakes that need warmth. They like I could just sit in the car with the heater on to make sure the snakes is warm. Also, keep gas in your car. I don't care what you got to do. Keep your tank on fucking full. Keep gas in your car. People are like, oh yeah, I'm going to get, gas cans and this and that. But gas evaporates. It really does. So those gas cans is only gonna take you but so far. So I just keep gassing your car as much as you can. And keep it in your body too. But, a Brita. I mean, our refrigerator has a filter, and I actually just recently replaced it. Unpopular thing, but it will work. Yeah, supermarket's been running out of bottled water. Yep, absolutely. And truth be told, I go to Sam's. I go to Sam's because they have the 40 packs. So I'll get a few of those, and I'm probably gonna actually get. I need to go tomorrow. Really, I said I was gonna go. Yeah, I need to go tomorrow and get a few more, and just go from there. But like over here, like there's a whole stack of water. There is some downstairs as well. I don't know how my children blew through 80 bottles of water.
Oh, you can't say me because I literally had at least like.
Don't lie. Don't you sit and lie to me.
I'm not.
Wait a minute. And then you said 50. I should throw some. Let me throw this Palo
No,
Santo
because
at
that
you.
includes my water bottle.
I'm gonna throw this Palo Santo at her. She just said she had 50. 50 out of the 80.
That's not me.
When literally there is a refrigerator with a brand new filter. Okay, brand new filter.
I got addicted to chewing on the water caps.
Brand new filter, and you run through 80 water bottles.
That was dumb.
But you just admitted to 50.
I was capping.
Nah, you just admitted to 50.
But water's good.
Yes, water is good, but I also spent $80 on a filter that goes in the refrigerator that you can drink from there.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion. Yeah, you can buy the travel bottles as well. They also have those travel bottles with the filters on them too. So if you're ever out, if you're ever out in the wild or you ever you traveling and you gotta put some water in it, they do have those travel bottles with filters too. But very unpopular opinion: carbon and fish filters. If anything ever happens, or if anything, think about it. Those filters filter the water and make the water crystal clear for the fish. So what do you think it's going to do for you? Fish filters has carbon in them. It detoxifies water. It purifies water. Just so y'all know. Fish filters. And they are inexpensive. And you can also just get the carbon itself. And there you go. Because overstand, my turtle will be waterless if I got to go. Bro, I'm taking your water. But no. But yeah, fish filters will also help filter out your water. What else? Like I said, definitely there's some more immunity defense and stuff like that. Stuff that will be coming out over the next few days. So just watch for that. Let's be honest. They're putting these children back in school. These teachers are getting sick. These children are getting sick. There's thousands of children right now on quarantine because their teacher was sick, or a child went to school sick. And unfortunately, two of my nieces and my nephew are amongst those children that are at home quarantined because they were exposed to COVID. So this has been a very heavy push. I'm going to be working on this over the next few days. And I don't want to just say, oh, well, it's just for us. Working on something that is very, very heavy. That is going to be like a powerhouse for your system. So also, again, working on something that I didn't really want to or care to work on. Didn't think that it would be anything that would kind of touch this side, but it did, and it is. So that'll be released as well. Your neighbors, what the freak? I had an issue with my sinus. Like, I've always had bad sinuses since I was a kid. And I hadn't been taking my allergy and mucus relief tea. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't. I've been busy. I'm not going to sit here and lie. No, that's not an excuse, but I hadn't been taking it. So this year I did have a really severe allergy issue. And my doctor was like, "Oh, I think you should get a COVID test." This is my sinuses, bro. He was like, "Oh no, I know I don't want to alarm you or scare you or anything, but you know, the variant, it attacks your sinuses and it makes your lymph nodes swell and da 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 da." And I'm just like, "Fine, whatever, I'll take the test, whatever." Of course, you know, negative, so I wasn't worried about it, but it was just like, come on now. Everything. You shit wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Listen. Okay. So they give you, yeah, that's why I said it that way, the variant. Because Instagram will pause my live. That's why I kept pausing earlier. It gave me a paper that said these are all symptoms of, you know, I don't want to say that C word, but y'all know what I'm talking about because I don't want my live to pause again. I read the paper, right? Why did this paper say if you have to have a bowel movement more than 3 times a day? I'm sorry. If you have to have a bowel movement more than 3 times a day, that is a symptom of COVID. That's a symptom of it. Oh my God. All right. I'm going to get my shit together, y'all. But listen. Oh gosh. I'm going to get my shit together. Y'all give me a second. Okay, hold on. Okay. If you have a bowel movement more than 3 times a day, that is a symptom of having it. If you know, of course, cough or sneeze excessively, issues with sinuses, of course, you know, with taste and smell and stuff like that. It basically is saying that, you know, those are possible symptoms of having it. Now, here's the funny thing about that. And I start busting up laughing because I'm like, okay, well, I tested negative. Those of you that know me, I don't have a gallbladder. Okay. So anytime I eat, I have to go to the bathroom. I don't have a gallbladder. I don't have the body's filter. Like, it's like, okay, you ate, all right, boom, everything else, you know, it, like, my body does the SpongeBob version of empty your mind, okay? My body is just like, get everything out. Everything must go every time I eat. So, I'm like, but I tested negative. A majority of this shit on this paper, well, of course, I can still smell, I can still taste, but like a majority of shit on the paper because I have allergies, period. I don't have a gallbladder. So a majority of the things on this paper, I experience like on a daily basis. So you're telling me that these are the symptoms? Like, come on now, really? Like, something has got to fucking give, bro. And then my thing is too, think about this, be humble. Understanding that, yeah, you're supposed to definitely have a few healthy bowel movements throughout the day. But if you have an issue with your sinuses, if your sinus is draining, you want to know where it's going to come out. That ass. You're going to shit. And it's going to be runny. Because of your sinuses. It is a foreign element that is in your body that your body is going to kick out. And sometimes your sinuses, depending upon how much mucus you unfortunately ingest, will give you explosive diarrhea. You don't have COVID. You need to quit swallowing your snot. Blow your nose. Why do you think sometimes when children are sick, they get runny shit because they're swallowing their snot? So it's just like, y'all got to get better. And then the tests were proven to be ineffective, that they gave out a lot of false positives and a lot of false negatives. So yeah, I'ma just leave that right there. Water, canned goods, walking, at least just walk. Just get your heart rate going. Make sure that your heart is pumping blood to the right portions of your body. Vitamins, and just, we about to ride this wave, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know now. This shit's about to be horrible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Keep your children close, man. Keep them close. And I'm not saying, oh, go raw vegan, because I'm not a fucking raw vegan. I will fuck up some crab legs, some shrimp. Let's be honest here. I'm not going to sit and tell y'all that I don't, because I do. But just certain things. Just try to limit certain things. Like, my kids get on me all the time for not eating. But I be busy. And sometimes I forget. I'm not going to lie. I do. And I got into the habit of buying like these little apple trays, like it's like apples and pecans and stuff like that, which was really good. Yeah, absolutely. And it is. It's real messed up right now. And the fear mongering is what, to me, is the worst thing, is the fear mongering. Because fear, let's be clear, weakens your immune system. Okay. Exactly. Just try to incorporate more fruit, more veggies into your daily meals. Walking, alkaline water if you can, spring water if you can't. And just go from there. Yeah, absolutely. I feel that. I still got, my vid baby weight. So son, you all right over there? You sure? You was parched? All right. I've been trying to teach the babies not to say thirsty, but to say parched. So what are you? Thank you. I've been.
Hey, do you know what parched is?
And he knows exactly what parched means. It's so funny. Like, it's to the point I had my friend's daughter saying it. She 4. she was even saying parched. She was like, "What are you teaching my child?" You right. A lot of things are very, very hard. So you just gotta, kind of just take it for what it is. Find something to laugh about. Find something to smile about. Do not allow this to drain you. Do not allow this to, put you in a mode that you really just don't want to be in. You have to find the good in something. You know what I'm saying? Because the fear mongering, the constant bickering over if you should do this or if you shouldn't do that, or if you should take this or if you shouldn't take that, to each is their own, is what I'll say to that. Keep your vibrations high. And you know what I'm saying? Just really, really start focusing. And you're going to understand why really soon. Just start focusing. Thank you for making me laugh today. Aw, you're welcome. The interesting part about that, my soul's purpose, is not everybody wants to be elevated in that way, and not everybody understands the vibrational wavelength. So you can talk to somebody as much as you can. You can tell them, hey, you got to change your energy as much as you can. But they are the ones that have to actively make that change. They are the ones that have to consciously acknowledge the fact that they are low vibrational. And a lot of people do not want to do that. A lot of people do not want to admit that they vibrating and fuck shit. Let's be like, let's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just really call a spade a spade. A lot of people don't want to admit that they truly are low vibrational and that they subscribe to low vibrational shit. They don't want to, but it is what it is. And once you acknowledge that, once you become okay, you know, with saying, okay, maybe I do need to go ahead and kind of change some things. Maybe I do need to go ahead and, you know, kind of do things a little differently. Some people are willing to and some people aren't. So it's no blanket for our people, specifically, to have a higher vibration. This like, oh, thank you. And like I said, I try to, you know what I'm saying? I have to cleanse, and I do a lot because I don't want to come to y'all with no bullshit. If my energy ain't cool, I'm not going to get on here. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to get on here. I don't even give a shit if I schedule it. If I schedule it and I'm not feeling good, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later when I'm feeling better. But I'm not going to get on here and try to transmute some negative or, you know, leechy, sad energy to y'all. I'm just not going to do that. And you're right. A lot of people do want to stay. One thing that I've had to learn, one thing that I've had to understand and decipher, even though I didn't want to understand and didn't want to decipher, some people are so comfortable in their pain and misery, that's all they know. That's what they know. That's what makes them comfortable. That's the only thing. That's the only version of them that they know. So why would they elevate past that? Because they don't know themselves in a different light than in the bullshit. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. Growth is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Just like when you was a kid and you used to grow up and you used to get them aching, like them leg pains, them growing pains. Whew, that shit hurt. I couldn't sleep. I mean, I didn't grow too much, but you know what I'm saying? I still got growing pains. Yes, and my daughter is reminding me that all of my children are taller than me, except for one. Thank you, daughter. I appreciate that. So all of my children are almost taller than me, and I'm good. But you know, I'm good with that. It is what it is. I mean, my fucking oldest is 6'1". My snakes are not going to be taller than me unless Ghirardelli gets to 6 feet. She's not going to be taller than me. I want to say that. Hang on. Yeah, but it's just, it's some people they don't know themselves past pain. They don't know themselves past trauma. They don't know themselves past, you know, just the low vibrational shit that they subscribe to. So when they attempt to get out of that mode, it's just like, oh, wait, what the fuck? What's going on? Well, hold on. I ain't got this friend no more. This person ain't talking to me. This person ain't talking to me no more. Hold on. Let me reach out to these people. But not understanding that as you grow, people are not going to grow on your same level, and y'all are going to grow apart. You are going to be on a different level than somebody else. Somebody else is going to be on a different level than you. You're going to always vibrate higher than another person, but at the same token, another person will always vibrate higher than you. So let's be clear. You've never been there before, so it is uncomfortable saying, okay, I used to have this friend, this person, we were like my ace boon coons, and now we don't even talk anymore. It happens. You have snakes? Yeah, I do. 2 of them. Ghirardelli, Goddess Ghirardelli, and Osiris. Osiris, you know, he's a special case. He does not like my daughter because she grabbed him by the hemipenes, which is snake penis for those of you that don't know. She grabbed my snake by the dick.
On accident.
So he don't like her ass at all. He is traumatized. And the fact that she looks like me, like he has to stare at me for a little moment to know it's me and not her. Because, you know, snakes have very poor vision. Believe it or not, that's why they tongue flick so much. Because they actually they have sucky ass vision. Um, I mean, they have eyes because they can still see, but their vision is just not. It's not like they got owl vision. You know what I'm saying? Like owls have impeccable vision. Owls' vision is better than a human's.
Is it true that dogs see in grayscale?
No, dogs actually do see color. Dogs and cats have better vision at night than humans do.
I got doggy vision.
Yeah, but yeah, she grabbed my snake by the dick, so he doesn't like her. But he's a very sweet snake. The reason I always say he's a special case is because unfortunately I didn't know when I purchased him from PetSmart. Do not buy snakes from PetSmart. I did not know when I purchased him that he had what was called the spider gene. The spider gene gives them a neurological disorder. So in human terms, my snake is autistic. Okay. There's a lot of things that I've had to completely change around for like his habitat and stuff like that, to help him with those neurological issues. Like he'll corkscrew, he'll like go upside down and it's just like, oh God, he's upside down again, and doesn't realize that he's upside down. When we first got him, he couldn't strike at his food properly. I actually thought he was blind, and the vet was like, well, I can't tell. But when I shined a light on him and kind of was looking back, I actually seen his pupil, and him look at me. So I was like, okay, so he's not blind. I said, so something else is going on. But when he got injured, I posted him on Instagram, and Coco Hannes, I know she's not on this live right now, she also has snakes. I think she got like maybe three, four snakes. She has snakes, and she said, hey, he has a spider gene. And I said, what the fuck is that? She said, yeah. She said, look it up. She said, it looks like he has a spider gene, which is a neurological issue in snakes. She said, you should look that up. And when I looked it up and looked at the things that they do, the nature of, snakes that do have the spider gene, some of them are okay, and some of them have it worse than others. I would say he's in the middle. He has what's called like the head wobble. He'll corkscrew. He strikes at his food beautifully now. Like now that he's kind of, like I said, his habitat is more built for better vision. It's a darker theme. I guess I could say theme. It's a darker theme to make him more comfortable. And he likes to climb, but he would fall off shit. And I asked the vet, I'm like, he strikes at food wrong. He sits and fucking stares at me for no reason, and he'll do the shit for minutes. Like, he just stares at me. He wobbles his fucking head back and forth. He falls off the shit. And the doctor was like, well, I don't know. He was like, haven't heard of too many snakes doing that, but he should be okay. I paid this motherfucking vet $110 for nothing. The fuck? What am I paying you for? I may as well have just cashed out the money to Coco Hannes, because she figured out what the fuck was wrong with him, is that he had the spider gene. So when I looked it up and looked how to care for them, how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't handle them a whole lot. They have to be free spirits. When you do handle them, just let them do what they're going to do. Don't try to restrict them. Like with Ghirardelli, I can restrict her. I can tell her, no, I want you to move here. No, I want you to move here. With him, you kind of have to just kind of guide him. You know what I'm saying? Kind of guide him back to where you want. With her, I can just be like, look, you move. Because, I mean, if you guys see me the other night, I was like, okay, back up for my food. But with him, you can't do that. He's a little more timid. And unfortunately, it's a part of his disorder. My son handles him more than anybody in the house. I'll touch him, I'll pet him, I'll hold him, and we look at each other, and it's like, all right, you done with me? All right, I'm done with you too. Shit, go back. And, I'll leave it at that. But unfortunately, it is a neurological issue. And they actually have created something like this signature thing to actually ban them mating spider snakes and continuing that bloodline. So even though he is a male and Ghirardelli is a female, I will not allow them to mate, because I don't want snakes with the spider gene. I don't plan on being a snake grandma anyway, so they ain't ever gonna fuck. But Whatever. Look, you in my room.
Cause I'm waiting for you to decide whether you gonna dye my hair or not.
Oh, we can do that tomorrow. I forgot. It's 10 o'clock. But she's sitting there the whole time. She's sitting here the whole time. I'm on live. And she's like, oh, I'm waiting for you to decide. I mean, well, go get the box. Let me see how long it's going to take. If anything, we can do it. I mean, we could do it in the morning, but we'll see. But yeah, so it'll never happen. They've met. Let's be clear. They've met. They know who one another are, I think. If they really pay attention to that shit. They've given like a little snake hug, and that's about it. But I won't mate him, period, at all. I won't mate him, because that is not fair. If that makes sense, that's not fair. To have snakes that will either A, possibly be born with that particular neurological issue, and they don't understand it. They don't really, know too much better. And that's why I don't necessarily want to say lenient with Osiris, but it's just like, not gonna lie, he has bit my sons. But it wasn't a, bite like I'm trying to eat you. It was just like a, hey, like what, how like a dog would bite you, basically, if they're playing with you. That's kind of what he does. And he is really playful. He can get very playful, but there's certain shit that he doesn't like. And he'll strike at you. He'll be like, hey, stop that shit. It's like a warning strike. Stupid Instagram is just annoying. But he's special. But he does it in just good intention. I don't want to say good intention, but it's just he get a pass. He be getting a reprieve. Ghirardelli, she's just a sweetheart, and it's so funny. I'm talking about her, and she peeps her head out.
Oh, can I get her?
If she'll let you. I don't know if she wants you.
She wants me.
Because she's on the cool side of her tank, so she may be trying to cool off, or she may be over there shitting. One or the other.
She entangled and everything. Hello.
Yeah, IG be tripping, and I had Patreon, but it's certain ways that it's just certain shit that you can't do on Patreon, so it's really irritating. And then it's like, I have the Holistic Intentions Facebook page, which I really don't even be going on because I be forgetting about it. So thank you for reminding me about it. But I don't go live on there either because Facebook owns Instagram, so it's like it's gonna be the same shit. So I don't know, but we shall see. You said she's tangled up.
Yeah, like she's entangled and stuff. Like I can't.
She might need help. Go look.
She looked at me.
She might need help if she tangled herself up in the little branches. But yeah, the way they go on, it's weird. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I think I've been on here for like 2 hours. I don't even know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Definitely see what's going on with my snake. I hope she's not stuck. But for the most part, yeah, I have snakes. Those are my babies. Of course, I got a turtle. Y'all never see my turtle. I'll put him on live one day, and y'all see him. He's pretty big too, with his spoiled self. What'd you do? Piss her off?
Yep. She went back to her hiding space. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as she good, that's all that matters. I don't have a Pinterest. I don't know. Like, I haven't gotten into Pinterest. My daughter has one, but I don't.
I have a lot of stuff pinned on my Pinterest boards.
And she says she has a lot of stuff pinned on her Pinterest board, so, okay.
You pin your interests.
Woo! These children. But anyway. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and hop up off of here. I'll save this live. We've talked about so many different things, so I will save this live. It'll be posted under the IGTV portion. If you do want to run it back, or if you did miss anything, you are able to go ahead and run it back, especially with me with my tiny mic. I love this little thing. It's so cute. So, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. And we'll see. I'll probably do some energy reading tomorrow. And yeah, just do some fun shit. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Yeah, I've been on here for like almost 2 hours. So I'm about to hop off of here. I need some water. I am parched. So Awesome. Thank you. Hugs and love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, all right, y'all. Have yourself an amazing evening. I will probably go live tomorrow. Do not forget the birthday boxes are loaded, 20% off until tomorrow. September rituals are up. They are on BOGO until September 4th. There's new things that are coming, something that is brand new coming as well that I never thought I would do, but I'm doing. So there's just a lot that's going to go on, y'all. A lot that's going to go on. And if you do go on the website, use code ASHE, ASE, to get 20% off, okay? So just make sure that you're using that code to get your 20% off. And yeah, there's a lot there, and there's going to be a lot more. Ooh, let me hide some stuff because I don't want you to purchase it yet. But you can go on there. Oh, wait, no, it's not on there. It's not on. It is hidden. It's okay. But absolutely, you guys have an amazing night. Love, hugs, kisses, and chicken grease. You know, if you gotta fuck some shit up, sometimes you gotta fuck some shit up, and it is what it is. Okay? Don't ever be afraid to embrace that part of you. If you gotta banish folks, that's darkness. Go on and banish them. It is what it is. Don't let nobody mess with your energy, and don't let nobody mess with your purpose. That block button is there for a reason. Block, 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 block. Okay? All right, y'all. Have a good evening.